Planet was released in 2006 in Japan and then released worldwide in 2007. Published and developed by Capcom and released for Xbox 360 first, then it came to PC and PS3 later on. And of course you can play this backwards compatibility wise on the Xbox, but of course this is also available on PC, so you know, you're good to go. Now this game takes place on the planet EDN3, which is basically Hoth from Star Wars. You play as Wayne, a guy that survives 30 years frozen inside of his VS, a very cool mech suit. He survives due to his special arm attachment called a Harmonizer. I won't go into it because it's all story related. When he wakes, he joins Snow Pirates and sets out to figure out who he was, as he's lost his memory, of course. It's a very easy trope. But he does remember the Green Eye, a giant acrid that killed his father and caused a whole lot of carnage. Now the Acrids are really cool aliens that inhabit EDN3 and come in many shapes and sizes. You can shoot off body parts by aiming at the glowing orange on them, a la Dead Space style. Of course it's come out before Dead Space, so you know, there's that. Now the game uses a thermal mechanic where you want to collect as much of it as you can from fallen enemies and certain like extendable pole thingies, as if you lose it then you essentially, you know, you're screwed. You die. There's a variety of weapons to use, from sniper rifles, rocket launchers, machine guns, etc. And the VS suits to rock as you make your way through the levels in the frozen wastes. Now the story is good, nothing spectacular, but it will keep, you know, it'll keep you wanting to know what happens next, and there are some pretty cool cutscenes and characters. The gameplay has aged a tiny bit, feeling very wooden in places, but the game is still very playable. There was a multiplayer mode, and well, a few multiplayer modes that the game had that are, of course, no longer active, but they had, you know, the all against all, the team deathmatch, all that kind of good stuff. But I didn't play it back in the day, and obviously I can't play it now as it's dead. Now the Lost Planet games are pretty cool and I do enjoy them. It received a sequel in 2010 called Lost Planet 2, it then received a spin-off called EX Troopers in 2012, and then the third game in 2013. Now I have not played the third game, I own it, I own all three of them on Xbox, but I haven't played it as of yet, but I will go through it. I did have quite a bit of fun replaying through Lost Planet. I remember liking it way back when, still remember picking it up in game when physical edition copies of games was king, and it was just really good. Now 2006 was pretty much not long after the Xbox 360 launched. I can't remember if it was 2006 or 2005 360 launched, but I remember picking up, I had Oblivion come with my Xbox 360, and then Lost Planet was a game I picked up pretty soon after that. Now there is an Extreme Condition Colonies edition of the game, which was released in 2008, and this one has 4 new single player modes with a score attack, you know, giving you points on combos and kills and etc, a time trial battle mode, first person shooter mode, and unlimited mode. And the game does also did support cross-platform between Xbox and PC. Of course, like I said, not really relevant now. Now the game, when it was originally released, did receive very positive feedback, and although, like I said, some of the mechanics and some of the other bits within the game have aged a bit, I still think there's quite a lot of fun to be had with Lost Planet if you're looking to play through it in a single player fashion, because you have like a grapple hook thingy that you can use to ascend and get some height on your enemies, which is really cool. There are some other vehicles besides the VS battle suits that you can use. The sniper rifle is really satisfying to use as well, and the enemies, although the AI is obviously thick as shit, it's absolutely fine for what it's trying to do. I do seriously still rate Lost Planet to some extent, and like I said, I really do have a soft spot for the franchise, and I do hope maybe one day it gets rebooted with modern graphics and modern playability within the controls and the animations. I think that would be really cool, but we shall see. Capcom seems to be riding some wave of monetization at the minute, so they might not go for that era of awesome single player game stuff that they used to do, but we shall see. But please let me know in the comments down below if you have checked out Lost Planet, and as always, thank you very much for watching.